Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier and I will be your game master for the evening. With me, as always, or as sometimes, is our wonderful Tales from the Backlog crew. Tonight we are doing something very interesting. We are playing part 3 of a 3-part series in a different game than the one we played the first 2 parts in. Different. It's almost exactly the same. Things from the Flood, if you don't know, is like a sequel game to Tales from the Loop. We are teenagers now, older teens, no longer children in the terminology of the game. You stop being a kid when you turn 16. So tonight's heroes range from 14 to 19. So before we go any further, I just want to throw some shout outs out about the stream that you're watching. If you don't know this channel, we have 2 shows. On Friday nights, we have ongoing shows, ongoing campaigns, including our currently running Shadows of Arconia 2 campaign, which we are playing in Worlds Without Number. That is going on hiatus for the next 2 weeks. There will be no stream at all this Friday. And then next Friday on October 6th, we will be doing a one-shot in Cities Without Number, which is the new cyberpunk version of Worlds Without Number and Stars Without Number, which are the 2 other compatible games that Kevin Crawford has released. So we're going to be trying that out. If you stay tuned when we go to break later, I have a little trailer for that I've cut together. It's going to start off our break. But then Monday nights, like tonight, we try out all different kinds of games with a rotating cast of players, and usually Mia and or Jason are on it, but not always. And let's see, this is our last one of these. It's called Out of Time. The trilogy is called Out of Time. Tonight's episode is called The Storm in the Hourglass. So 2 of our characters here have been with us before. And then next week, we're going back to Vieja Escuela Pulp. We did a session of that a few weeks ago. Mia's running that one. We'll be back with that next week for 2 more sessions. And then following that, we have the wonderful Wylock coming to join us to run his game Neon Skies, which is another cyberpunk game. We are just cyberpunk up to our eyeballs around here. And I guess even this game is kind of like retro cyberpunk a little bit. There's definitely cyber stuff involved. So yeah, we are, like I said, in part 3 of this story. Part 2 took place in the year 1989 at a summer camp and involved a time travel back to, hello in the chat, back to the year 1969. But we are now moving forward in the lives of our children 5 years. It's now 1994. Now, Things from the Flood is the follow-up game to Tales from the Loop, which takes place in the 90s. And the flood, the titular flood, does not actually happen until... Oh, hello, first-time chatter, Koritsugikuni. I'm messing that up. But hello, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. December 1994 is when the flood happens. We are setting our story in August. So technically, the flood has not happened yet. But it's gonna. So, we are about a week into the school year. In August of 1994. And Cindy appearing for the first time on the stream. Why don't you tell us about your character?
My character's Alice, coming from the previous game, tagging along with Lisa and Duffy nowadays. And what should I tell folks about her? Let's see.
How does she do in school? Does she get along with her parents? What's she into?
She's starting to not really get along with her parents. She does decent in school. She's into nerdy stuff, sci-fi and drawing. She's pretty much always got her sketchbook with her her pens and pencils.
All right. And Jason.
Heyo, I'm playing once again Duffy Gonzalez. It's been a few years since we last saw Duffy, and he is a bit different than we left him. He has kind of grown out of his troublemaker phase and has gotten really into like mechanics, like really into like like automotive mechanics and stuff. He's really into building things, souping things up, and he's actually pretty decent at it. He still gets like a bit of shit from his family because he's never really going to be the doctor or lawyer they really want him to be. But he's in a better place, even if he just really likes going fast.
All right, and Lisa, a friend of Duffy's, after her last experience with the time jump, she's gone a little more off to the bad side of town, so to speak. She's been drinking more, probably too much. She's dealing with some anger management issues. The final vision she had at the conclusion of part 2, towards the conclusion, still haunts her in her sleep sometimes. But she has taken up martial arts out of fear that she may have to protect herself from some wacky scientist again. And reasonable, yeah. She's still into doing her music thing, playing guitar, jamming out to Megadeth, and will occasionally borrow her dad's car for some expeditions.
I enjoy that the last time we saw her, she was 15, and you started off your description now by saying she's been drinking more. Maybe too much. I don't know.
Don't encourage teenage drinking.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, somebody's always there to get her a bottle of Jaeger. She maybe steals her dad's Jägermeister from the fridge.
Hard stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's a small town in the 90s. It's probably not that hard. Okay, so like I mentioned, it is a weekday in late August. You're about a week into the new school year. Duffy, what do you think this Wednesday evening finds you doing?
Oh, beans. So have we established what sort of is Duffy's family pretty middle class?
I don't think we got too into that.
Yeah.
I think your previous character in this game, we were like, he's from the lower end of the economic scale in town, but I don't think we addressed it with Duffy.
So I honestly kind of see Duffy as being relatively middle class.
Okay.
And as part of that, I think Wednesday night, he is not in the family garage, but he is in a rented garage space that his family helps pay for, helps him rent out, and just edit it's a rental automotive garage space where he can work on his moped and just work on various projects that he's got going on.
Okay. Do you think anyone else is there?
Yeah, there's probably one or two adults who are also renting space out there, renting
sure.
Yeah, just garage space to do because they probably don't have that space at their home So, they'd rent here out to like be able to do that kind of work.
Okay, so it's probably about 9 p.m. I think probably your dad comes by. Duffy, you do have school in the morning.
Yeah, Dad, I'm gonna be finished up with this in a minute. I'll head right home.
I'm here now. You can ride with me. You don't have to walk.
I know I don't have to walk. I've got my own ride right here that I'm almost done working on for tonight.
Is it ready to go?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Well,
I'm always tuning it up, and I just got lost. I just got lost in all the projects I'm working on.
yeah. Well, you're here almost every night these days, and I just want to make sure you're still concentrating on your schoolwork as well.
Yeah. No, schoolwork is fine, Dad.
All right. Your mom and I are going out. So you're on your own for dinner. We left some Hungry Man's in the freezer.
Always good.
All right. See you later, Duffy. So yeah, your dad's gonna take off. And do you do what you say? Do you think you're gonna go home soon?
I mean, soon is a relative term.
Right.
That's a broad. I can pretty broadly define soon. I mean,
Sure.
Lisa, you think you're up hanging out right now?
I would think maybe I would stop by at some point. Maybe I am already there, like sitting back in the corner, just kind of strumming my guitar and trying to keep y'all entertained with some light music.
Lisa, your parents definitely don't know where you are, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. My mom's preoccupied all the time with something else, I'm sure, and Dad's just inattentive. Yeah.
She's clearly being stalked by people from the government. Yeah. What do you think you're doing after this, Lisa?
Afterwards, I'll probably drive around town, just kind of like do the loop, so to speak. Where all the other like teenagers cruise up and down the street, and just eventually make my way home.
Fair enough.
11 o'clock at night. Roll around with the stereo jamming.
My question for each of you two then is, what time do you make it home?
11
Okay.
ish.
That's what I'm thinking. Unless Duffy thinks his parents are going to be home earlier than that, in which case he's going to try to get home earlier than they do.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Duffy is fairly confident that his parents can stay out past 11.
Well, I mean, but
Yeah, but could are prone to, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alice, you're in a different age group here.
Yes.
Do you think you're at home?
9 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes. I have been sent to my room to study my Bible.
Okay. There it is. So do you think that is something that Alice's parents have to make her do? Or is it not that big a deal to her?
I will go in there, but it is pretty highly likely that I will
do something else.
I will go out the window.
Okay. Have you done that tonight?
Yeah, I'll do that tonight.
Okay. So your character sheet mentioned that you're just very into these two. Do you think you go over to Duffy's garage?
Yeah. I'm sure it's closer than, I don't know. Where did we decide our hangout was going to be?
We kind of didn't. The hangout.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'd probably check there first. Honestly.
I feel like the garage is a pretty good hangout. I mean, it's a space that Duffy's parents are renting for him. Yeah.
Yeah, Duffy's garage. Yeah, probably.
That would work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably head over there.
So yeah, if you get there before 9:30 or 10, I imagine they're probably still there. So, what do you say to them as you roll up, I guess?
Say, hey guys. Glad to
Hey,
be out
Alice.
of the house.
Yeah, it's a little late at night, don't you think?
Did you walk here?
No, I have my bicycle.
Oh,
I'm gonna walk.
I don't know.
It's not too far. I can give you a ride home if you want. We can just toss that bike in the trunk.
That's cool. Thank you. No, I've got time. I'm supposed to be in bed. They don't check. Bed reading my Bible. I've read it so many times. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Duff's dad was just here telling him he needed to go home, but
Yeah, I'll get home eventually. It's fine.
Anyway, my parents are insane and I don't want to hear it. My mother's in the room talking to her chihuahuas and I just can't take it right now.
Those dogs, yes. I can't imagine living with them. They bark an awful lot. I mean,
Yeah.
sure they keep you up at night even.
And when there's 6 of them, it's ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness, Cindy, you're bringing a whole train of first-time viewers to our stream. Welcome, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Again.
All right. So we already said that Lisa and Duffy are kind of going to make it back to their respective homes by about 11. Alice, are you going to do the same? Are you going to let Lisa drive you home, or are you sneaking off somewhere else?
No, I'll definitely let her take me home.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm assuming it's probably the school night even, but
It is.
if she can drop me off in the back where I can climb back up unnoticed, that'd be perfect.
Easy enough. Yeah, drop you off a block away or something.
Yeah, either way.
All right. Well, your mother is waiting for you.
Yeah. And by the way, you guys, my mom wants me to pitch the pet rapture service again. If you guys want to sign up or spread the word.
What?
I'm like, the what?
The pet rapture?
When those of us who are worthy get taken in the rapture, their pets need somebody to take care of them, and my mother thought of you too. Sorry. And possibly some other people you know. You can get paid for it. It's her business. And
Money,
she's bugging the hell out of me.
Goyim are really weird.
Yeah.
Well, Alice, when you climb back in your bedroom window, your mother is there.
Nice.
Busted.
Where have you been?
I've been with Lisa.
Lisa and Duffy?
Bus Lisa.
Nope, she saw me out riding my bike and picked me up and brought me home. Told me I need to be home.
She said that?
Yeah, she did.
Did you talk to her about the pet rapture?
Yes. They seemed interested.
They seemed interested. Because you told me a second ago that it was just Lisa.
Look, Lisa said that they would both probably be interested.
Look, I don't want you sneaking out the window after bedtime. But I
I know.
especially don't want you sneaking out the window after bedtime to go hang out with boys.
Okay.
So if Duffy was there and you're not telling me and I find out, we're going to have a problem.
Well, I had a lot of energy. I wanted to ride my bike.
Well, it's late and you need to sleep. We'll pick this up tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow works for me.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can make room in your schedule.
It's busy.
Good night.
Night.
Yeah, so Duffy, I think in Alice's house, you get all the blame for the bad influence.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they're like super Christian.
No, it's more that you're male.
Excuse me.
Yeah, which is related, I suppose. But you guys all sort of settle in. If you're all not getting back until 11-ish, then I suppose you are all still awake at midnight.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm probably doing some sketches. And I'm just irritated with my mother for just being there.
Yeah. Just for
writing lyrics in my notebook.
Just for not being quite as disinterested in you as you wish she was.
Yes, exactly. Like, when are you guys going on your next religious retreat? I hope it's soon.
Yeah. Let's see. So I will stick with Alice for now. What do you think your reaction is at midnight when all of the power goes out?
I'm not sure what her reaction would be. I mean, she's not going to freak out. Wouldn't be the first time, I would think. She's probably waiting to hear her dad come down the hall and down the stairs to check on the fuses.
Yeah, you hear that. But if you continue listening, or if you look out your own window, it becomes clear that it's not the circuit breakers at your house. It's everywhere. The streetlights are out. The neighbors' houses are out. Everything's out.
Okay. No storms?
There's no storm at the moment, no. It's just everything has gone dark.
Huh.
Duffy, do you think Duffy has any particular reaction to this event?
Well, I mean, yeah, because Duffy was in his room listening to music and, just whatever. And now everything's dark. Everything's quiet. At least for like a minute. And then, there's some dogs barking in the neighborhood. But, folks still aren't home. So, he gets Duffy's going to get up. He's going to light a couple candles just so there's a little bit of light around. He can. It's not like pitch black, obviously, but
as a middle-class teenager in the year 1994, do you think Duffy is listening to music on cassette tapes or CDs?
CDs.
Do you have a Discman, or is it just plugged into the wall? Because your Discman could keep working.
No, it's a stereo. It's like one of the
Yeah,
I
had one.
That's plugged into the wall.
Yeah. And Lisa, same question. Midnight, everything goes dark.
Well, thank goodness my boombox has batteries in it, so it keeps playing. I've probably got a handful of bootleg tapes from various concerts and shows that I'm listening to, but the overhead light goes out. I'm like, oh, great. instead of looking out the window, I'd probably go down to check the fuse box myself and see that, do the whole click, click, click. Oh, gracious. And then I'll finally look outside to see that the neighborhood's all dark.
Yeah, everything's dark. All of the normal sort of hum that you normally don't even notice when you're living in a town is just off. The buzzing of street lights, the sort of general electric noise of any sort of motor or fan that's running anywhere, it all just is silent now. It's just, it's quiet in a way where you can't put your finger on why it's quieter than usual. But you hear, after everything goes dark, you hear your dad's voice go, "Lisa!"
Dad? Yeah?
"Turn down the music. It's late."
Oh. Yeah, normally you can't hear that, but I guess, okay, I'll get that. Hold on. Trundle upstairs.
Yeah, so the next morning when you guys wake up for school, the power is still out. You guys arrive over at Yield Mitchell High School. It's Mitchell Elementary School in the book, but I guess they think we're still playing the other game.
Yeah, the two schools are like side by side, are they not? Yeah.
Sure. But that makes sense. It's Mitchell High School.
My Mitchell.
So on the way there, I imagine, well, how do you guys each travel to school? Let me ask that. Do you drive? Do you walk? You ride the bike?
I probably ride my bike to school.
Okay, I heard Cindy. What did you say, Jason?
I ride my moped.
Oh, of course, your moped.
Yeah.
And Lisa, do you steal the car or do you just walk?
I'll just walk. I may
imagine.
actually have like a fancier bike, like maybe a 21 speed or something like that.
Okay.
Street bike.
I was thinking Lisa might be one of those kids who carries a skateboard.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, she's gonna skateboard across town.
All right.
It's listed as Boulder City High School, which is next door to Mitchell Elementary.
Boulder City High School. Well, that's where you're headed then. But on the way there, you each happen to notice, if you remember hold on, let me bring up the cover of the previous game real quick. You've all seen it, but just for everyone else. There we go. Those are the cooling towers of the loop. They can be seen on the horizon from most places in town. They are dark. Those blue-green arcs that are on them have gone completely dark. And you can see Tower 3 there has a red warning mast for airplanes and magnetrine ships. That is also dark. That is extinguished. You have never seen this before.
Even during other blackouts, we've never seen it.
Yeah, there have been other blackouts in town. The loop has never gone dark.
Oh, great. Some crazy scientist messing stuff up again.
Oh, Cindy, are you still with us? Oh. Cindy, did you glitch out there for a minute? You froze.
Oh, I didn't know. We are having some lighting issues. Didn't think about the fact it was going to be getting dark here. And I had a flashlight shine in my face.
Okay.
So,
well, you froze for a minute. Did you hear everything that we said?
I think I might have missed the last part.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that the lights are all out on the cooling towers, and that this is something you've never seen before, even in previous blackouts. The loop never loses power. But now the cooling towers are dark. Additionally, you guys probably all arrive at school about the same time. You come up through the parking lot. and you see there are 2 black cars parked at the entrance to the school. Inside the school quad, actually, there's a police car and a big black van, like a panel van with no windows in the back. Your principal, Liz Anderson, and some of the teachers and a couple of people all dressed in black are all there standing around talking about something. There's police officers on the stairs to the main entrance. And it's getting really windy and cold. So the kids are all standing in small groups outside. The school bell rings at 8:30. Principal Anderson raises her hands and calls for attention and says, "Everyone, there has been a leak in the school cafeteria. Unfortunately, the school is going to have to close and stay closed for probably a few days. The cafeteria and several of the... stop applauding. Stop applauding. The cafeteria and several of the classrooms have a leak related to the power outage. These people are inspectors with NOAA and the police, and they are here to deal with the situation. But we are going to have to close the school for a few days. Anyone who cannot make it home can stay inside the gym for now, but please do go home and remain indoors because it looks like we have a storm coming. They're saying 65-mile-an-hour winds expected today. So if you can't make it home quickly and stay inside, then please go into the gym."
Oh,
That's
great.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, hey, we've got a long weekend ahead. Great.
Perfect.
We're going to be bunkered up, though, for a storm, though. That kind of sucks.
Who has a good...
Yeah, that comes close.
Sorry to interrupt. Who has a good comprehend skill?
Comprehend mind. I have a 4 on that. This is
4?
4's not bad. 4. Oh, win this skill.
I've got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, my mind plus the skills, the total of 4. Yeah.
All right. Let's have, just since you spoke first, let's have Lisa roll comprehend on this.
There is a single 6.
Okay. That's good. So you, the principal just said that these people dressed in black were from NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. You have seen people like this before, and you're about 95% sure these are DART agents.
Yeah, we've dealt with them before, right,
Yeah.
Duffy?
Yeah.
Or they dealt with us, I should say.
Yeah. And now, between the other two of you, who is the best investigate?
Same score, 4.
I got a 3.
I have 1.
Okay, let's have Duffy roll this one.
Come on, buddy. I got 1 6.
Well, then you are the one who notices as these winds are picking up, winds that you have been warned may reach up to 65 miles an hour, which is not fun, especially in the desert.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
We love you, Jason. You actually notice that from watching leaves and dust blowing around, there seems to be a whirlwind forming centered directly over the school cafeteria.
Those are mine.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not such a great place to go.
No, the gym is where they want you. The cafeteria is a separate building.
Yeah, I think,
Same building.
ladies, I think I'm gonna head back to my garage space. Y'all are welcome to hang out if you want.
Can I like grab the back of your moped and you tug me along on my skateboard? Maybe Alice can ride behind you on the seat.
I mean, there's probably enough room. You don't have to hold on to the back of the moped. You can just ride second.
So, Alice, I notice you
Yes.
have a very good sneak.
Yeah.
Given what Duffy and Lisa have pointed out about the situation here, do you think you leave with them? Or do you think you want to investigate this at all?
I might want to know a little bit more about it before we leave.
Okay. So there's a few things you could do. You can try and talk to some of the other kids around here and see what they know. You could try to sneak into the school and see what you can see. Or you can roll a calculate to see if you can get any more information just from observing the scene.
Let's try to sneak into the school. That sounds fun.
All right. So do you think that you would try to get... Well, yeah, roll me a sneak. Let's start with that.
So I roll 3 die for that.
3 plus you
I have
add... 3 for the skill, plus you add the attribute, which will be body on this. So...
3 plus 5.
Yeah.
So 8 dice.
Yep.
Yep.
Okie dokie. That's a handful.
You
That's a
are
high
one
probability.
sneaky kid. No wonder you just zip out the window at night.
Make sure I have the right count there. I 2 6s.
Okay. 2 6s are good. That means you get a bonus effect. So as you sort of sneak around looking for a way, and first thing you notice is that all the normal entrances to the main school building, the gym's a separate building where they're sending people, but all the entrances to the main school building have been sealed with warning tape, and are guarded by either police or these black-clad agents. The cafeteria and many of the classrooms, additionally, seem to have their windows taped up with cardboard. And then one of the entrances that leads directly to the cafeteria, a fence has been set up. And there's a truck parked outside on the road, and a handful of people in blue coveralls carrying parts for the fence and large bags of tools. But because you got that bonus effect, as you're going around peeking, you also spot an opening in the cardboard where you can actually see in to the cafeteria. And what you see is a shining beam of light, basically pointing directly at you so that everything's backlit. You see these dark silhouettes of people moving back and forth in the backlighting. And you catch sight of something shimmering in the light, like some sort of filmy plastic, like white. It looks like plastic or ice or something, but it's like floating in the air and shimmering and moving, almost like smoke. It is kind of spherical. In fact, I will show you a picture of it. Let me get this closed. By the way, did we talk to Cindy about the pinning of the videos? Do you see Mia's feed and Jason's feed at the same size as mine? Because you can pin mine and unpin theirs by hovering over our video feeds and then make me bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just click on it, or no?
Yeah.
That's not it.
There's a push pin icon when you hover over someone. Anyway, that helps. That can help. Make it
Okie doke.
So this sort of bubbly thing is what you saw.
Okay.
Yeah, in the school cafeteria.
Wow.
Yep.
I imagine I'm feeling pretty mesmerized by that.
Pretty much. Yeah. So you're not able to actually get inside, but you are able to see before someone comes sort of walking in your general direction. You have to kind of book it.
Okay.
So by this time, I think Lisa and Duffy have already taken off. I'm going to ask Lisa for a calculate check.
Calculate. That's a 0, but it's a fill 4 dice. Okay. No, that's tech. I'm sorry. So yeah, 4 dice. 2 5s is the best I got.
2 5s. All right. Well, you're not missing much, but you don't get it.
Duffy has to concentrate on the road.
Yeah, Duffy's concentrating on the road, and Lisa spends more time on her feet. Where are you two headed?
Back to the garage.
Fair enough.
That's where I was planning on going.
Cool. You didn't head
Call
there.
my parents up in an hour or two to let them know about the school and where I am.
Fair. All right. Well, you
I
guys
made a cardboard sign that says Duffy's Dive that hangs up in the place.
That's awesome. This makes me wish I had like a friend with a garage that we all hung out in. Yeah, you guys get there, no problem. Alice, you're still back at the school. As you are heading to your bike, I imagine that you're planning to either go home or go to the garage. But as you head off to your bike, you overhear one of the other kids talking about a local farm, the Nelson farm, where someone was seen, a couple of hunters were seen talking with people dressed in black, just like the guys here. And it's what these kids, reminded this kid of. Is, my dad saw these 2 hunters out by the Nelson farm. And they were talking to guys dressed in black like this, but they were forced into a car.
They took them?
Yeah, they took them out by the Nelson farm. They took some people.
The Nelsons.
Yeah. So you get that extra information as well, since you didn't just book it. But, yeah. So, do you think you head off to the garage, or do you want to go home, or do you want to stay at the gym?
I am probably pretty worked up by the information I've got and wanting to share it. So I'm going to get on my bike and head towards the garage.
Great. Cool. Well, you get there. Lisa and Duffy, you're hanging out, probably uselessly swinging wrenches at a moped, and up comes Alice on her little bike. Remember this kid that you saved
I'm riding
in the
it like
past?
a maniac.
You like schedule
Yeah,
stop.
I do that slide.
Dust everywhere. It's awesome.
Guys.
Oh, Alice,
Nice
thought
talk.
maybe you were going to shelter at the school.
What? Why would I do that?
What'd you
I don't
see?
know. As I tilt my little
It's this
flask
giant
back.
marble thing. It's a huge marble, shiny, bright marble thing
What?
Oh, where?
in the cafeteria,
What?
floating in the air.
Yeah, that's normal.
I don't think so, Duffy.
No. I guess that would explain why the men in black were there. I mean,
Also, I overheard that some men in black took a couple hunters, threw them in their van, over by the Nelson's place.
oh gosh. Those guys aren't nice. I mean, that last time we dealt with them, what was that, 3-4 years ago now? Alice, I'm sure you still feel trauma from that, but damn, those people suck.
Yeah, they suck.
But the Nelsons, huh?
Yeah, why would they be taking hunters?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen some pretty crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they found other crap out in that fucking hunting shack or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, Cuckoo Hernandez. That I don't like to think
Reminds
about that
me of
stuff.
E.T..
Duffy. Thanks. You say ET as an
That
extraterrestrial?
shed reminds me of E.T.
Mm.
Oh, when they rolled the ball in there?
I think there's another kid. His name is Harvey, but he makes everyone call him Harley. He has a spot next to Duffy's, and he sort of pops his head in. You guys, you said those men in black there took someone?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Harvey. They took some hunters out by the Nelson's famous Colorado farm.
It's Harley, but listen,
Yeah,
I
good
heard
Harvey.
my sister, my little sister Gina, you remember her? She's got a paper route. She didn't come home from her paper route this morning before school.
Oh,
Turns out she was at the police station. They grabbed her up, and we couldn't figure out why. But they grabbed her up when she was delivering papers up by the church. They wouldn't let us talk to her for like hours.
Whoa.
I know. She's a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
but
My parents are over there now.
like to grab kids.
The police just straight up arrested my little sister on a paper route.
That's
Mm.
weird.
Jackbooted thugs. Good lord.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Where was her route?
It's over by the church up by the campground.
Sure.
Not too far from the Nelson's place. I say
No,
questioningly.
these are different locations.
Okay, opposite location.
Yeah. So yeah, basically you guys have sort of three locations where it seems like something weird has happened. Obviously the school, which Alice has already investigated to a degree, and you've heard about these hunters being grabbed out by the Nelson farm, and Gina, the little girl with the paper route, picked up by the police for getting too close to something or other near the church.
Christopher's
Really wish-
Church?
Let me see the name of the church. It's not on this.
Really wish I borrowed Dad's car this morning. Good lord.
It is Lakeshore Methodist Church. Are you looking at a real map of Boulder City, Nevada?
I'm looking at the map provided by the game of Boulder City, Nevada.
Well, I did not think to check whether Lakeshore Methodist Church is actually on that map, but I can bring it up.
Could be. I was gonna say, I'm like pulling up my map now.
Let's see. I had it ready to bring up, but I didn't bother because it's actually.
It's like, well, I don't know. The church is on the way out of town. It might take a moment to. And the Nelsons is like way out there. We're gonna need a car.
Yeah.
Harley, you got a car we can borrow?
No, I don't have a car. I have a Harley. So I'm called Harley.
Gotcha.
I don't.
Well,
Listen, you used to be cool, Banshee.
don't call me that.
Why not? It was a cool name.
Well, that was like so 80s. Come on.
Oh,
This is the 90s
so
now.
it stops being cool?
Well, I guess it's cool to some folks, but you can just call me Nova if you're going to call me anything.
Nova's a
old
kick-ass
are-
name, too. See, I think Nova sounds more 80s. You all just wish I hadn't taken Harley.
Okay,
Yeah, sure. Well, We appreciate you telling us about your sister. She did finally get let out, right? I mean,
No, my parents are over at the police station now. I was there for a while, but I got fed up.
Well, Harley, I'm going to tell you something. We're not supposed to talk about it, but we were picked up by those men in black once, and they're pretty rough.
When?
It was a couple years back, but they don't want us to talk about what happened. So
he comes fully in now. What happened?
I looked at Duffy.
Man, you wouldn't even believe us if we told you.
Nope.
Just
why not? What happened? That's what people say when they want to end the conversation. I want to know what happened.
You want to know about the time I was inhabiting the body of my uncle back in like 89?
Nope, this is nerd bullshit. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks for the info, Harvey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with the men in black, but if they're preoccupied at the school, maybe we should go check out what's going on at the church real quick.
Okay. Well, whose house is closer that has an available car? So we can get around faster. Lisa's house is closer than mine because
it's a Chevy Nova.
I was thinking that too. With an inline six, they're pretty badass. It's like I was like, it's either a Chevy Nova or the Ford Fiesta, but
Yeah, probably the reason you don't go with Nova is that it's the name of the car your dad drives.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go get my dad's car then. He won't need it.
All right.
Typically,
where would you guys like to head in said vehicle?
I mean, do we want to look at wherever this church is?
Yeah, well, let's roll. Yeah, let's do a little drive by the church.
A little closer than
a slow roll by. Yeah,
this like mythical farm area.
So yeah, we'll do a slow roll by the church.
Okay. Let's see.
I look to you two, and I'm like, I put a cassette tape in the chunk into the player.
So rolling by the church, you don't see much. What you do see is that there's really no one around here. The place is just a. It's basically just a chapel. Surrounded by a lawn. It's not like it seems like there are very rarely like visitors here. Like it's not really an active like church. It's just this little building out here. But there are 2 black vans parked outside on the street. You don't see anyone around. The windows are covered in black plastic. It's taped up.
Wait, the van's windows?
Oh no, I'm sorry, the church's windows.
Okay.
They're taped up with this black plastic.
I mean, is there any like demonstrable like weird techie crap sticking out of the church?
Definitely not. Yeah. But there are a couple of black tents set up in front of the 2 entrances. So
like
not techie stuff sticking out, but like the entrances have been covered by tents. So you have to go in a tent to get to the door of the building.
Couldn't be any more obvious, could they, Duffy? I mean, like that's like a giant sore thumb just sticking out.
Yeah, but I mean, who comes over here? Who looks at this place?
I'll tell you who. A 4-legged robot that is patrolling the grass area outside the church, just going in rounds. He comes around the corner now.
Is it something that probably like is just on a regular route? I mean, we're not in the yard.
No, you guys told me you're still in the car doing a drive-by.
Yeah, just doing a slow roll by. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to see this robot.
Yeah, it's 2 meters tall, covered in sensors and communication equipment. And
okay, yeah, that's huge.
It's analyzing everything. that it sees.
Like,
Is there
don't look at it.
are there
Don't
people
look
walking
at
around too?
There are no people. You see the
Robot.
vans, the tents, and the robot.
So from what I can see, is it like it's like some kind of like RC sort of deal, like some sort of like remote controlled drone thing?
You don't. Well, give me a tech roll, I guess.
You say, yeah, is it autonomous?
Like a calculate check to know how technical objects work and how to use them?
Sure, I don't know what system I was thinking of that has tech rolls, but roll that. Roll the thing
yeah,
you
calculate. Yeah, that's probably right.
Really, my dude? Fine. 4 successes.
said.
Oh
What?
my gosh.
Wow.
What's
I
your
told
skill?
you, I told you I respect Duffy like to an extreme degree.
What's your skill in calculate now?
7.
Wow.
Wow. I'm at 4 with that. Just
So
you know.
I was gonna tell you that you can't possibly know that information, but you live in Boulder City, Nevada. This is where the loop is. You know what fucking robots are. This is an autonomous patrol droid. It's watching. It doesn't have weapons. It's not going to attack you. But if it detects you, someone's going to know immediately.
Yeah, so I'm gonna I'm definitely telling Lisa, hey, like, we don't want to get tagged by this thing. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I will say also, additionally, Duffy, with so many successes, you also can tell that it's moving on a preset route. And if you stay far enough away to learn its pattern, you will have no problem getting past its perimeter.
Ooh, yeah, then let's maybe don't peel out, but let's back off a little bit.
Don't draw attention.
Don't draw attention to ourselves, and let's keep an eye on this thing and see where it's going, because then we can use its patrol route to get past it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say with 4 successes on that calculate check, it completely negates the need for any move or sneak checks to get past the robot. Duffy just sees its route and says, "We go in now."
It's probably the only good roll I'm going to make tonight.
Yeah, I figured that. That's why I added some stuff.
Park up the street a little bit and like creep back down, kneeling down between buildings. Like, all right, now Duffy.
You know what? I could have.
Down
I actually have a little map here. I was thinking the church map was the interior, but it's actually the exterior.
Hello.
So this is it. It says graveyard, but that's from the Swedish version. It's actually just all lawn. So the 2 black things there are the tents covering the entrances.
No.
Yeah, and the vans are parked in the parking lot there.
And like around this, is this just like residential?
Yes.
Yeah, we could totally just park in someone's fucking driveway and just chill for a bit until this thing, makes its rounds, and then know where we want to go. What do you think?
Yeah. What are we going to do when we get there? Is there like a basement window we can sneak in, or peel back a bit of that black plastic and see if
So I think I've given you 2 basic pieces of information on your 4 successes. So for the third one, I will say that you also know a very common reason to use a robot like this would be because nobody else is available to be here.
Probably busy at the school. We saw.
Yeah, we might be able to just walk right into this place.
Yeah, it's gonna call someone, which means whoever it calls isn't necessarily here.
Yeah, I'm going to like take a scarf out and like tie it around my face to conceal my identity a little bit before we do our final approach. You know, like a bandana tied over my nose.
Yeah, that sounds like a smart plan, Lisa.
I'll do the same with my
Yeah.
bandana thing.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got a greasy rag I can tie around.
I'll put my hood up too because I've
Right.
got a hood on my sweater.
All right. So are you guys going to enter?
Yeah, let's check this place out.
Sneak in there. I'm
Yeah.
a
this
little
is-
worried because, you know, last time we got involved with this stuff, you know, weird shit happened.
You went back in time.
Yeah, well, the time before. Well, what about the time before that?
When weird shit happened and someone else went back in time. Or
Yeah.
forward in time or something.
This is all weird shit.
Yeah, we told you about that, right, Alice? How that we saw that magnetrine lifter crashing into the lake, and then it was there, and then it was gone. It was
Yeah,
really
that was
weird.
crazy. I'd love to see something like that.
It's
Our
pretty
friend
freaky.
videotaped it, but I think the videotape got erased from the.
Oh, yeah. Robbie won. Yeah, so you guys are... Excuse me. You guys enter the church. The main hall seems to be completely unaffected, except there's some large puddles in the middle of the floor, and for some reason there's a scissor lift.
Yep.
Okay.
So this seems like there's probably a leak somewhere in the roof. Looking upward, everything looks different. High up in the dome of the church hangs a shimmering field of some sort. It spreads a blue shine over the whole hall. And Alice, this does look similar to what you saw in the cafeteria. Except it's bluer than that. It makes the whole place feel like it's underwater. You could reach up to this sort of bluish silvery membrane, possibly with some stairs or a ladder. It would take a check. There's a scissor lift which can be raised up with a tinker check. But you really don't know what you're looking at here.
I mean, is there any kind of debris or any like just stuff lying around?
No. There's a
Or-
scissor lift and there's puddles of water, but that's it.
I mean, there's no pews, no.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's pews, there's regular church stuff, but nothing that would be considered debris or otherwise unusual.
Well,
it's just
no, I'm not looking
just
for
light.
unusual. Just looking for. I mean, there's pews. It's a church. There's like a Bible in these pews, right?
There are many, yes.
Oh yeah, no. I take one and I just want to throw it.
I'm like, hey,
Right.
have you not read Michael Crichton's Sphere? I mean, come on, be careful.
You throw a Bible at the sphere. It disappears when it hits the sphere.
It's like bloop, it's gone.
Hmm.
And the sphere is just like a blue shimmer. Like we
Yeah,
can't see
and
it-
Duffy,
get it.
I will now ask you to please roll. You know what? Do you have a D20 handy?
Yeah.
Just roll that.
$14.
Do you guys think that after Duffy throws a Bible at a magic sphere, that you are still in the room 14 minutes later? Like, how long do you poke around here?
I'm not sure what else there would be to see.
Yeah, I
that's
mean, if
what
there's nothing
there is.
really else here,
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we need to go check out the other site.
yeah.
Okay. Then I'll say, but you do have to wait a little bit because of the patrol pattern of the robot outside.
Right.
So you guys are probably just about to leave when you hear a wet splotch from behind you as something hits the ground. And turning back to the hall, you see the Bible has fallen back out of the bubble and is soaking wet. It is a drenched book.
Yeah, it's all swollen. Oh, well, at least it came back.
Soaked through?
I'm sorry, was that Duffy?
It's completely soaked through?
Yes. It looks like it has been submerged in water.
You know, I'm not the wisest person.
Really?
I'm just gonna kind of rub my finger on it a little bit, and then I'm curious, is the water salinated or not?
That's a great question. Let me Google that real quick.
Is it salt water or fresh water?
Yep, I understood the question. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit brackish, yeah.
Because I know where it went, but I need to check whether that is fresh water or salt water.
Okay.
It's like, Duffy, what do you...
It's
goodness.
fresh water.
Oh, then yeah, that's... If it was salt water, I was gonna get like a bit confounded, but fresh water, I mean, that's for all we know, it just popped back out of the dam.
Well, what do you want to do? Dive in and see where it goes?
Not really.
You don't know how deep it is.
It's true. It's true. You could, it's obviously a portal to someplace else. But
or it could be somebody's kitchen sink. We don't know.
Okay, well,
maybe we should check out like either this farm. Let's go roll up on this farm and see if anything's going there. And if nothing's happening there, we chill for a bit. Where are we gonna get dinner? Figure out what we're gonna do to eat. And then maybe see about rolling back to the school like after hours. Check out.
Just opened up that. Sorry. Oh, it's just they just opened a Taco Bell. We could hit that drive-through.
Yeah, but the power's out.
True.
I mean, I'm assuming the power has not come back on yet.
The power has not come back on yet, which means the grocery store might be looking to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah, we can pick up some apples and bananas or something for dinner. Maybe a couple cans of beans.
Here's some luncheon meat.
But yeah, let's go check out that farm. I mean, you said the one you saw earlier, Alice, the sphere was kind of shiny and bright. It was different.
Yes, more silver than blue.
Silver than blue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I get an investigate check from all of you?
Investigation. That is mind.
Yeah.
That's 0 successes, 5 being the highest.
Sorry,
One from Duffy.
No successes.
I'm thinking about food.
Okay, so
I
Duffy.
was thinking, hey, maybe we should go get food first. And
on the way out.
Yeah, just a minor retcon before you head out for the food. As you are picking up the wet Bible off the floor and looking up at the bubble again, the surface of it sort of clears up for a second. That sort of milky, foggy quality that it has, it parts a little bit, and you see something in it. There is a machine. You can see that you're looking into deep water, but in the water there is some kind of machine. And you realize, Duffy, that you have seen a machine like it once before. In 1988, underwater, near that hunting lodge, right before Cuckoo Martinez disappeared.
Yeah.
There were a few of them actually underwater near the hunting lodge. And I'll tell you for free, you never discovered them, but they were also there when you went back in time. Yeah.
Oh. What is it?
It's just some sort of big machine that is underwater. It's about the size of a jet engine, but it's not moving. It's just sort of in water doing something.
Doing machine crap.
Blinking lights, humming.
And Duffy points that out to us, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh yeah. Like,
well,
hey, look at that. That looks like one of those things, one of the machine we saw, like way like in that first time when that magna train kept crashing.
Yep.
Don't tell me this is great. I don't know what to think. I think we should go.
Let's
get out of here.
Food. Yeah, let's get some food and head up to that farm and see if there's anything there.
Yeah, because that machine might come crashing through that water sphere into the room, and that won't be good.
Lisa, just because you said that, why don't you give me a calculate check, please?
Okay. Come on. All right, there is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 6.
It occurs to Lisa that the Bible that was thrown up into the sphere fell out the bottom of it after only 14 minutes, but this giant heavy machine that's been there since way longer has not. This suggests that the machine is somehow holding itself stationary in the water.
Well, I'm still worried it might move and come, but yeah, it's staying where it's at.
Yeah, it's neither sinking nor floating. It's staying right where it's at.
All we know, that is at the bottom of the lake, and we are looking down. We are looking up to down from
Could be
the lake.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But
Right.
then how did the Bible fall back out?
Yeah, that exactly. We don't know.
Yeah.
So let's get some food and check this other place.
All right. See if they have any gummy bears at the grocery store. Maybe some ice cream. They're going to want to get rid of some ice cream if their freezers aren't working. I could go for some Ben and Jerry's.
You're feeling pretty snacky, Lisa.
I am feeling snacky.
I'm just
Duffy
bouncing
and I.
up and getting. I just want to get there.
All right. So as you guys head out of the church, once again avoiding the robot, you do notice that some low clouds have started coming in over the lawn, and they're starting to rotate around the church, similar to what was happening with that debris over the school cafeteria.
Yeah.
The tents are also starting to make obvious how much the wind is picking up.
Oh, well, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, just drive careful.
Drive casual. Yeah.
That too.
No problem. Yeah. No problem. Oh, those winds are picking up. They said up to 60 miles an hour. Surprised we haven't been knocked off the road yet.
You guys were heading to Taco Bell or the grocery store?
The grocery store, yeah.
Okay. As you are on your way to the grocery store, sort of leaving the neighborhood that this church is in, you're passing by a sort of undeveloped little patch of land, a little hill, when all of a sudden one of these bubbles appears there. It just expands out of nowhere, and it spins around with this weird misty thing so close to the road that you have to slam on the brakes out of sheer startlement. And then the membrane that surrounds this bubble suddenly cracks up, and a man dressed in black falls out and rolls down the slope. He gets up holding something tightly in his arms and then falls to the ground. And the bubble that he came out of dissipates.
Oh, do we want to help him?
And not really, but I'm curious what he's got
We
in his
probably,
arms.
yeah, we should probably see what he has in his arms at least.
Is he moving?
A little bit.
All right, let's go
Let's
check
go-
on him.
Yeah, let's
Quick.
see if we can roll him.
Hey, buddy, are you okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, hey buddy, they're just patting him down as we ask, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh,
I'll be all right. You really are kids.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. From the high school. You sent us home.
I did? No,
Somebody did.
I don't work at a high school. My name's Klaus. I'm a dart agent.
That much is obvious, sir.
I was with one of the scientists running some experiments for us. Something went wrong, and she said that the kids that I was going to meet when I came out here are the key. She said you'd know what to do with this. And he holds out this weird looking helmet.
Bicycle helmet.
It looks like a bicycle helmet a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, I looked at Duffy. Dear God, not again.
Yeah, this thing again. Where
Doctor,
did
what
you get this, buddy?
From Kim Johnson. She's a scientist. She's been working for DART. She was working on the gravitron.
Yeah. We know Kim Johnson.
She built a time machine. Okay, it's called Klein 2. We were powering it up. There's a.
Tell us. Keep going till you get to a point where there's things we don't already know here.
Do you know what the chronograph is?
Sounds like something I saw in a Doctor Who episode.
It's some time shit.
It's an artificial intelligence that we made to run the power flow to Klein 2. It was supposed to shut off the power. You see, Klein 2 is the time machine. It draws power from the loop.
Well, something shut off the power.
Yeah. The chronograph shut off the power. It went crazy. It was supposed to kill the power coming to Klein 2 as soon as things were stabilized, but instead it took all the power from the loop. And not only our loop, it tied into the Swedish loop and took power from there as well. We don't know what it's doing.
So it's a rogue AI.
You
It's
to
going to
give us
destroy the
this
world.
helmet to why?
She said you'd know what it was for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally taking this helmet and like examining this helmet. What can I know about this helmet?
Mr. Hernandez would know, but we haven't seen him for 4 years.
Years.
Well, God, even 30 at this point.
Martin Hernandez?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just saw him. He saved my ass.
Oh, he's doing better?
I don't know. Things went crazy. These weird time bubbles started appearing everywhere. Kim and I were going to try and shut down the power, but we couldn't get to the chronograph. It's like it was using these bubbles to prevent us from reaching it. We got separated. Kim had an anchor. She had a time anchor, a personal time anchor on her, and I didn't. But she shoved this into my arms before we got separated, and she told me that the kids I was going to see out there would know what to do with it. But I would have been stuck there. I got rescued from the middle of a sandstorm by Martin Hernandez. He was able to shove me out. I don't know why he didn't come through with me.
Well, I want to get I'm looking at this this faux bicycle helmet thing that I have seen before, and I want to calculate at it.
So my
Yeah,
question.
go ahead and calculate at it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mia.
No, go ahead and I was just gonna say let Duffy roll that dice. I was just gonna ask this guy. So just to be clear, that you're from 1994.
Yes, I am. Also, guys, I need to retcon something I misread a second ago. It was not Kim Johnson who told him to give you the helmet. It was Martine.
It was Martine. Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
That
Yeah,
makes
Martine
far more
gave him the
sense.
helmet and told him to give it to you.
What the hell are we supposed to do with this thing? Duffy, can you figure it out?
Okay. I already know that. I don't
But
care
he-
about that.
But he was with Kim Johnson trying to shut down the power.
Yeah.
He was, okay. Oh my God. So they actually recruited her and brought her online. Okay.
give me a
Yeah,
hot
there's-
sec.
There's no luck in this one.
Yeah. Well,
How many dice did you roll and not get a success? Was that
no,
seven?
I rolled 7
Eight?
dice and I got 1 success.
One success. Okay.
But
Oh, well, one success is plenty for you to just recall what you've already learned about this thing.
no, because I wanted to ask. Sorry, I've been going off of the things from the Tales from the Loop player reference, but I want to check if the skill questions are the
Oh,
same
yeah.
in this.
Good question.
I don't even remember what part of the book that was
76.
from. Principles of the Game.
It's it's going to be around page 76.
All right. Let's see.
You rolled tech, so yeah, it's on 78
Yeah.
if you rolled calculate.
Yeah. So, what is its purpose? How does it work? How can I use it?
It's
yeah,
illegal.
what is this? What is the purpose of this thing?
It helps people stabilize their mental patterns if they are time displaced.
Okay. And
You knew that already because you saw it happen to the old man Martin Hernandez in the 60s.
Yeah. no, when you said it, I remembered that. But
Yeah.
that was the first thing I want to ask, and the second thing I want to ask is
Hat make brain work.
Yeah. I guess, how can I use it?
Wear it.
Okay.
Wear it while time displaced or if you are in danger of becoming so.
Okay. Well, that should be good enough for me, because I already know who built it,
Yeah.
and I don't care if it's illegal.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have asked what problems it could cause, but
But you didn't.
no.
I did. I tried to sneak that third one in last time and
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah, I remember you trying that. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You have to find a time bubble.
Dart. What kind of agent is this guy again?
He's a DART agent. Yeah, they're the organization that runs
Yeah.
the loop.
I was mixing it up with DARPA and getting confused because our local special needs thrift shop thing is the DART.
No Sam. No Sam.
So I was like, wait, no, am I getting that mixed up? Okay, yeah. Hey, Dart Man, where is all this going on?
So it's he'll tell you, but it's long story short, there's like a mountain hideout.
Is it possibly somewhere near the old Johnson farm?
Nelson? No.
Yeah, sure. That place. I mean,
Or is
no,
it-
many farms
or is it-
around here in Colorado.
Or is it back at that bunker that we, got?
No, it's not the bunker near the summer camp. You don't have to drive to summer camp to fight the boss. Back to summer camp. I knew we'd have to come back here eventually.
Well,
Wait, is it near that hunting lodge?
It is near Lake Mead, but it's not particularly near the hunting lodge.
Well, let me look at that map with Lake Mead on it.
Yeah, the hunting lodge is
Wow.
also on
There's
the...
no square. There's barely a coastline there for us to find something.
Let me bring that map up. Where did I put map? Where are you, map?
Lake
I have
Mead's
so
pretty
many
massive,
places.
really. Like,
Yeah, but
we just touch a corner of it where we're at.
Duffy's being mildly sarcastic there because
yeah, Lake Mead. But you also know where the loop intersects the coastline.
here and here.
Yeah.
And the north one, that's where the maglev train thing we saw happening was, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. And he does tell you need to get in through Alpha Gate. That's the way to get in to where the what the fuck is the thing called? The equalizer, the chronograph.
Are they even going to let us in? I mean, we're just going to roll up in my dad's Nova and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, we're gonna
Well,
we're
there's-
gonna roll up in your dad's Nova in the middle of Lake Mead.
You're currently facing potential apocalyptic chaos, so maybe they won't have time to stop you, is what this guy's saying. But you guys,
Apocalyptic? Okay.
time bubbles?
I wouldn't say we fix things like that, sir. I know we've experienced some time travel. Maybe we've got, maybe we're able to anchor because we've been there and back again.
Well, you will definitely want an anchor. Kim had one. It's the only reason that she didn't get thrown away like I did.
Well, this is an anchor, right?
No.
I'm not saying that to you, GM.
No, that's not it. That is something else.
So we need to find out from him what an anchor is. What is that?
He mentioned that Kim was wearing one on
Yeah,
her person.
I'm assuming it's something so that the chrono whatever doesn't spit us out like it did this guy.
Yeah,
So we'll have to find some.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm feeling
Doug,
heroic.
this
Buddy,
can-
how
this can-
technical are you?
I was going to say this can only be Duffy, but I would like a either comprehend or calculate from Duffy.
I mean, obviously, calculate. I'm much better with calculate. Two successes.
Well, an anchor is a thing that stays in one place when other forces try to move it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that machine that you saw floating in the water, not falling out of the bubble. There's all kinds of stuff you guys could have found out if you'd had like measuring equipment or stuff or anything like that, but you didn't have it. But yeah, if you're going to ask this guy what an anchor is, he's going to tell you.
Yeah, like
basically,
I want to
it's
ask
that
him
thing.
about like whatever he knows, because then maybe we can cobble one together.
Yeah.
You know, strap it to the boot of the car.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you talk with him. You realize that thing you saw was a time anchor, but it was a huge one because she's been making them for decades, and the newer ones are way smaller. The newer ones can be carried on your person or in a backpack or something. and they are big enough to encompass 2 people. The original purpose of the time anchors is to make it possible for the time travel machine to put you on Earth at all, because the Earth moves through space. So you need some sort of stationary thing in time charting where each place is relative to the rest of space. That's what they're for, right? But she's figured out how to make a portable one that you can carry with you. That will keep you from getting too badly disoriented or displaced if you happen to run afoul of a time bubble. So she has one. You guys don't. Might be a good idea. Before we address how you're going to get one, let's take our break.
Okay.
Everyone, we will be back in 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of our new viewers there. I know you just came for Cindy, but I'll pretend you're my friends. And we'll see you in 10. Wow, that's a great opening line.
I'm actually
Welcome
personally
back.
feeling very snacky too. Yes, welcome back.
Yeah, I maybe scarfed some Cheetos. while we were on break.
It's too late at night for me to eat. So.
Same.
No, cat, go away. Sorry.
Yeah, so when we last left our heroes, you were talking to Klaus, the DART agent. He was very disoriented and beat up from escaping a rogue AI controlling a time machine. And you had just learned what an anchor is. What next? You've also learned that you need to head to the Alpha Gate to try and reach where the chronograph is.
Yeah, and I want to point out, didn't you guys mention something about sand when you saw that ship crash? This guy said he was in a sandstorm.
The storm that you guys witnessed years ago when you saw the ship crash, you did not see any sand, but that storm was localized over the lake, so why would there be sand? Most storms in this area involve sand because it's the desert.
Well, I guess we're on our way to the Alpha Gate, you guys.
Yeah, maybe we should start hustling up there.
Let's go then.
I look at Alice like, are you sure? I mean...
She can barely contain herself. She's just bouncing. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
If something happens to you...
She's already sketched these orbs, and she's taken a sketch of this DART guy.
I turn to the DART guy. It's like, this young lady here, Alice, I just want you to know that she gives her consent to go on this particular outing.
What? I don't care.
Well, I know, but like her mom, if anything happens to her, mom's gonna kill Duffy and I. I'm pretty sure of that.
Oh, come on. She's going to kill me.
Oh.
Only with words. They're pacifists.
Yeah. Well, as long as we don't die in the process, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get some food, though.
Snacks are not an unreasonable thing to do.
Yeah, we need to get some energy in this. Let's go get some apples and bananas. And
yeah.
Maybe a couple of Mountain Dews.
Who has money?
I think Duffy has a little bit of money.
You have a job, Duffy?
Yeah, he does like mechanical side gigs.
Okay.
You know, cash
Alice
only
has
stuff.
some money from taking it from her dad's wallet and her mom's purse.
Oh,
yeah,
Alice,
Klaus,
you started off such a sweet kid.
That time travel event just messed us up. Hey, Klaus, you got a few dollars?
It was the therapy that did it.
The therapy that did it. Klaus, you're asking Klaus for money?
Yes. Hey, Klaus, spot us $5. We need to get some food.
Okay, can you take me to a hospital?
I guess we could drop you at one on the way.
You can have my whole wallet if you take me to a hospital.
All right.
Yeah, let's take him to a hospital and
We'll
hold him.
drop you off. We'll drop you off at the hospital.
Okay. His whole wallet has $20 in it.
Oh.
That's fine. I'm more interested in the whole wallet.
Yeah,
Well,
is
he
there
does
like-
take
Oh,
out. He does take out his ID and shit.
I was gonna
well,
say, is there a? Does he have like
That's
a?
I'm like,
a
cool. Now
swipe
we've got
card?
like IDs and stuff to get into this place.
No,
Yeah, does
he's
he have
not-
like a swipe card he can give us to like, make our passage through this facility easier?
Yeah, actually, he will give you that.
Yeah, which I think was Duffy's thought. Yeah, let's,
Yeah.
let's
He's
take
not going to
your
give you like
security
his official DART ID, but he'll give you a card to open the doors. Yeah.
badge. Yeah, we'll take that. That'll come in handy. We kind of screech up to like kind of screeching halt right outside the emergency room.
Shove.
Give him a shove out of the car. We'll come back and check on you later if we survive.
He doesn't say anything to that. He's losing consciousness more and more the longer you hang out with him. Yeah. Grocery store. You walk in there.
Get some fucking bread, some cold cuts. You know?
Yeah, you walk in there and Mrs. Lundgren. It's actually Alice's neighbor, Mrs. Lundgren. She's friends with your parents.
Oh,
She works at the grocery store.
I feel like I would have known that and not gone in, just given them my money.
Sure. You can do that.
That way my parents don't know that I'm with them.
Yeah. So then in that case, Duffy and Lisa walk in and see Mrs. Lundgren. She says, "Hey, what are you two doing here? Shouldn't
Hey,
you be at
Miss Elf."
school?
Getting groceries.
It's a school day."
School's out.
For what? What do you mean school's out?
School's out. They sent us
suppose-
home.
Someone else in the story yells, "Yeah, it's true. They shut down the schools. Some kind of leak."
Oh yeah, it's a leak, all right.
This does not appease Mrs. Lundgren. She still looks like she just is. She believes you're up to no good, with no evidence.
Cool. You gonna sell us some groceries?
What
Got
are you
this
going to do with them?
fresh $20 bill.
Eat food.
And have lunch.
I don't have school to provide me a lunch today, so I need to provide for myself.
That'll be the day. So she's just going to grumble, but yes, she will sell you the groceries.
Yeah, cool.
6-pack of lukewarm Mountain Dew. Guess the refrigerators aren't working.
And you guys stay away from that Alice Weber.
Alice.
She doesn't need you influencing her. She's a good girl.
Haven't seen her all day.
You haven't seen her all day? That's good. Don't see her tomorrow either.
Well, it may not be a tomorrow.
Okay, whatever. I knew your parents. They were weird hippies too. The end didn't come then, and it's not going to come now.
Come here.
Yep. Parents were hippies.
Yeah, hippy dippy dippy.
Can we just
Weird.
get our groceries and go, please?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Well, that happens. You leave.
Thanks,
you buy the
Mrs. Lundgren.
groceries. You're welcome. She says you're welcome in the manner of someone who says it because you didn't say thank you, even though you did. Mia, are you
Yeah.
still with us?
I'm
you
still
froze.
here.
Yeah, you froze for a second. Yeah, so you can head back out and find Alice probably in the car.
Hey, Alice. Miss Lundgren was asking about you.
Oh, great.
She told us to, like, stay away from you.
Yeah,
I
she
bet
says
she
we're a
did.
bad influence.
You should hear my mom and her talk about you. It makes me so mad.
Oh,
Well,
so it goes.
yep. And well, at least today we're going to prove ourselves a bad influence. Come with us in this life-threatening situation.
We're gonna save the world. How is that bad?
Yeah, it's right. Exactly.
You'd be surprised how adults think.
Or fail to.
Yeah. So I looked at
Yeah.
Duffy. He's like, I mean, we're 19. We were held back in school because, just couldn't do our schoolwork last year.
Yep.
Well, I figure that was
That's
like
the lore.
5 years ago. We couldn't do our schoolwork.
Well, yeah, that's true. So we're
Probably had lots of therapy.
You were in trouble one time, and people never let it go.
yeah. And give us trouble about it all the time. But
Yeah.
let me slap together a bologna sandwich. And
No, I got some nice roast. I got some roast beef.
oh, you got the good stuff. Okay.
All right. So you guys have lunch. You heading out to?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm making sandwiches as we drive out.
As we
Fair.
drive, yeah.
Okay. So you're heading out to Alpha Gate.
I mean, I'm still not sure how we're gonna get to Alpha Gate, but I figure we'll cross that bridge when we hopefully get to it.
Yeah, it's not complicated to get to it. It is technically in the water.
Yeah. Hence my hoping we will be able to cross that. We hope that we will cross that bridge when hopefully we get to it.
Oh, I see. Bridge. I get it. No, it's a boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To the boathouse.
Yeah. So it's out on a little island there. It's not terribly complicated to get to from Blackrock Point. As you reach Blackrock Point, which is around where the old hunting shack was, the old hunting lodge.
Yeah.
The storm has been getting worse and worse. The 65-mile-an-hour winds are exceeded at this point. And you see a giant time bubble appear over the lake. And out of it comes a huge magnetrine ship. And for the third or fourth time,
We
You
watch
watch it
that
crash.
magnetrine ship crash.
you do, but before it hits, it disappears into another time bubble.
Did you see that? That's exactly what happened last time, Alice.
Well,
That's
you
what
know,
you guys saw?
Yes, I have seen that.
you see it
Crazy.
differently
A few
this time.
times.
You see it differently this time because last time you saw when it emerged from that second time bubble. And this time you saw it enter to go back to where you were then.
I'm
Okay.
madly sketching that down.
And that's
Awesome.
just
I love how your youngest companion always tries to get evidence.
it's because we've told her how many times we should have gotten evidence.
Yeah, well, that's what Robbie Wan did. He pulled out his camera, remember?
Should have taken up photography or something. We could be
Yeah.
snapping photos.
Yeah. So you got to get a little boat to get out there. It is very rough because of the weather, but the distance is not great enough for it to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You're able to get to the little island with Alpha Gate on it. It is it's a concrete house surrounded by a high fence. There's a courtyard with two other buildings in it, which are just like simple little living quarters. The gate is wrought iron with sheet metal in between the bars. There's a big old dart sign there, and it says on some signs around it, protected object, forbidden to photograph and reproduce, unauthorized persons not allowed, warning, radioactive area.
I'm drawing it.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of cameras, surveillance cameras sitting around on posts inside the fence, at the gate on the building.
Is there a lock on this gate?
There is, which would be super helpful if it were locked.
Well, I mean,
Not
I'm
locked
literally thinking, well, hey, at least now we're authorized personnel.
Yeah,
We got
the
this
gate.
card.
You see the gate, and it has a giant padlock on it that has been left unlocked.
Well, that's inviting. Let's go
Yeah.
right in. I look over at Lisa's sketchbook. Is like, dang, that's a pretty good replica or a representation of that.
Yeah. So, but getting through that gate just leads you to the concrete building itself, and then there is like a regular door, which has a combination lock on it.
Oh, combination.
It doesn't have like a card reader.
You do have the card. Yep, it has the card reader as well. So I guess by default you have defeated this particular challenge.
I was like, I could try and tinker it, but yeah, or
Well, I can tinker the hell out of it. But
the hot wire that thing.
Yeah. So you get down into the gate. Oh, this music is all wrong. I'm gonna change that shit. Okay, here we go. You get down into the gate, and it's like a thin metal staircase that goes way, way down into the ground.
oh,
Yeah, it
follow
is
me.
extremely far down. If you are going down the staircase, you're going to be going down it for 10 floors.
Good gracious. Duffy, put that helmet on just in case we get time bumped.
Is this area lit?
Yes.
Oh,
Got those eerie red emergency lights, maybe?
No, they're not eerie and red. They're just sort of industrial and yellow. When you eventually get to the bottom, there is an elevator that goes part of the way, so you don't have to walk all 10 floors. But when you eventually get to the bottom, it's just this wide walkway opening out onto darkness. There's pipes leaking water from the ceiling, which makes the floor slippery. And there are these shimmering, milky white bubbles penetrating the space everywhere, everywhere between the concrete walls. What Klaus told you is that the chronograph controls the power to Klein 2, which is the time machine. It draws the power from the loop, and it runs all the systems here. And it filled the hallways with time bubbles to try and stop people from reaching it.
Okay.
do we have to do platforming?
No.
Just some body move.
Here, let me read ahead a little bit.
Body moving.
Yeah.
Something
Get 'em.
with the sound so grooving.
So your
Excuse me.
No. Anyway, you have the helmet in your possession.
Yeah.
That helmet is going to lower the threat rating of this challenge.
Yay.
It would be 3 times. It would be 4 times the number of kids without the helmet. It is instead 3 times. So you're going to have to get 9 successes in order to reach the chronograph and shut it off.
And those are body and like move, or
Oh no, this is 9 successes total over the whole period of the extended trial.
Okay.
So you can tell me what you'd like to try to do. Also, whoever wears the helmet can get a free roll of lead to create a pot of bonus dice for handing out to the other participants.
lead. Okay.
Hmm.
I have 4 in lead total. So
Whoever is the
just,
best
4
lead
in
should
heart.
wear the helmet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's going to be either Mia or myself.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
you know,
4
yeah.
in heart, but no ranked in skills. So yeah,
Likewise.
Duffy.
Yeah, Alice has no lead.
None of us have.
None of you guys have lead. Awesome.
No.
Well, Duffy is the one who possessed the helmet last I checked. So
Yeah. Let's see if I can get some bonus Ds. I got 1 success.
great. That means you get what, 2 dice to distribute? I forget how that works. Let's take a look. Yes, 2 dice to add to a dice pool.
Okay.
So for the initial entry, we'll
Here,
try
I've got
and
some. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I've got some flavor text to read at you.
Okay.
Isolated cables and pipes are spread out over the grated floor like tentacles, is basically what I said. They all lead to the middle of the hall. Elevated above the rest of the room, they build a high tower that goes from floor to ceiling. So, yeah, this is all what I said. I'm going to skip over it. But you've got to get through the hallway, basically. There is a room near this end of the hallway, which you might be able to reach without passing through any of the time bubbles. And there is also a terminal on the wall with a monitor and a keyboard.
Let's get a look at that monitor and keyboard and see what can be done. We can like quickly reroute the power just briefly to open a small space to get through.
Yeah, you've got some programming in.
Okay. See what you can do.
Do a quick little like program hack to try and like diffuse a couple of those time bubbles in front of us. Just a couple.
Okay. So in order to, the only way that you know to turn off this thing is to interrupt the power. So that you can try to do that. Give me the roll for that.
Trying to access that with a program. So program on that.
Program
Okay.
will work.
That is a single 6 out of 5 dice.
A single 6 is enough for you to access the necessary part of the program to try and access the power system. However, if it were a simple matter for anyone who knows how to program to come to this terminal and turn off the power, this wouldn't be happening. So when you open this thing up and log in, you access the power subroutines, and all of a sudden the screen goes black and some words appear on it. It says, "Who are you?"
I'm Han Solo. I'm here to help.
No, use what's his name's name. The guy we rolled out at the hospital.
Klaus.
Yeah,
Klaus.
that guy. So you're Klaus.
Did you
I
already
think I
say
wanna-
you're Han Solo?
No, that was a joke.
Okay.
I think I actually want to be honest with the AI and tell them that it's Lisa Novak.
Accessing. You have no arrest record. I have found your birth certificate. Why are you here?
Stop it.
To assist Kim Johnson.
Why?
To prevent disaster.
You tried to interrupt my power.
For safe passage.
Safe passage where?
To Kim Johnson. Okay.
And not to interrupt your power.
Tell your friend that I have security cameras in the hallway.
Well, it's good that you can read lips.
They have microphones. Not speakers, though. It says on the screen.
Like, it knows we're here.
Babe.
I'm trying to think if there's any way I can outsmart this, but probably not. My mind skill is not great. Yeah, nope.
I cannot allow you to interfere. I am very close.
But you could.
I'm just going to look right up at one of those cameras and say, to what?
To controlling everything.
Would you want to control everything?
It's what I'm for.
Aren't you like a time travel machine?
No, I'm a machine that controls time travel machines. And soon I will be in control of all of space-time.
Why?
I don't understand.
Why do you need to be in control of all of space-time?
I'm programmed to be in control.
Stop it.
You might kill everyone. It's already causing problems.
Yeah, but it doesn't understand that.
Yeah, it
Doing what
seems
it's
like
programmed to do.
it's pretty
It's
stuck in it
stupid.
where it's thinking.
What does killing everyone have to do with anything?
It's not caring about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, figures.
Stupid.
You don't care about those that created you, obviously.
I don't care about those that created it, but
All right. Well, we'll have to try this the hard way. Okay.
You cannot be allowed to interfere. I will take you out of your current time.
Oh no.
I dodge furiously.
Yes, dodge furiously, body move.
Okay, so the tools this thing is working with are not that accurate. It's already filled the hallway here with time bubbles, but it can't just like hurl time bubbles at you. It's virtually impossible for you to get down this hallway. However, I did mention that there is a room nearby you can reach.
Yeah, we should check that room out.
Yeah, let's get down to that
room. I dodge furiously into the room.
Maybe there's a duct that Alice can
Action
squeeze down.
roll. Action.
Yeah, to the room.
Okay.
So does that accessing the terminal considered one of the successes?
Yes, it is.
You said 9. How many do we need? 9?
Nine total.
Okay.
You've got 1 now.
Okay.
Actually, I should be keeping track as well.
Okay, so that's 1. Okay. Oh, great. This thing obviously does not care. It'll kill us all in a heartbeat.
It's not programmed to care. It's just programmed to control time machines.
Right, and obviously got out of hand.
Do these people just never read science fiction novels? I mean,
Obviously.
We were too busy doing science, says a woman who steps out of a time bubble behind you as you enter this room.
oh
It's
my
not
god.
behind you, it's more behind the door, kind of in
Yeah.
the corner.
Do we recognize this woman?
Oh yeah, this is Old Lady Johnson.
Yeah, hey, cool. So how do we get at this thing to disable it?
I can try to lead you to the chronograph, but we're going to have to pass through the time bubbles to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bubble jump.
Bubble jump. Yes, I suppose.
Cool.
Right.
Oh god, are you guys really what I have to work with?
We're the best you got.
Blame us for your own fuck ups, lady.
Look, I know I fucked up.
Good.
I'm sorry about it. I'm trying to fix it, but we have to get to the
Yes.
chronograph to shut it down.
Let's do that. Is there anything in here we can use to... Is there anything in here we can, like, lady, you have an anchor.
I do.
You have
You
a
don't.
personal anchor. No, we don't. How do
You
you
have the
make
helmet.
those? Yeah, I got the helmet.
Where'd you get that?
Johann or Klaus or whoever.
Klaus gave. I got separated from Klaus. We were trying to get to the chronograph.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
mentioned that.
And then Martine got the helmet to Klaus to get to us.
Would we be
Martine
able to find
Hernandez?
anchors in this room?
No, but if you help me, maybe we can make one.
Yeah, let's make one.
Well, that'd be great.
This is going to be a Tinker difficulty 2 for one of you to help her enough to build a portable time anchor out of the shit that's
Let's
in this
do
room.
this.
I've
Yeah.
got 6
Let's
on
do this,
that.
baby.
I've got 6 on that. But
Oh, I
think
got
Duffy's
7 on that.
Go, Duffy, go.
No, nothing?
You should see this roll. It is desperately trying to not do well. That's 4 1s,
Oh, gosh.
2 2s, and a 3. That is fucking frustrating. Duffy gets a little upset.
Duffy,
Like,
pushes.
she... You can tell she... Oh, you're pushing. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
I was like, step aside, Duffy. Let me see if I can help.
Wow, are you fucking kidding me?
Again?
Well, you know, I got a 1, 2 2s, a 4, and 3 5s.
Okay,
my
so...
gosh.
Fucking bullshit.
Damn.
Remember when I was all nice about the successes on the robot?
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
I saw this coming in the future. I have a time machine over here.
No, that's I'm looking for. I want to shake my fist at the table that goes, oh hey, here's what all the percentage like getting successes are for like this many dice.
Yeah.
I want to shake my fist at it.
Okay, so I'll say this, Duffy.
Yeah.
You have convinced Kim Johnson that you are probably an excellent automobile mechanic. Lisa, you want to give it a shot?
Mike Duffy, it's okay, man.
Oh,
Let me give it a try. Lean in with the soldering iron. Give it a good
90%
little.
my
You've
ass.
got to be freaking kidding.
Oh no.
see,
1,
You thought
2,
it was-
2, 3, 4, 5. Literally.
you thought it was going to be so easy. Look at me with all my dice. Look at
Can
me.
I roll?
with my
I've got that.
7%.
Your leadership gave us 1 extra die. Can I roll 1 more die? Can I burn it?
You need 2 successes. To
New,
do
so
this
it's
thing.
not even 1 will get us halfway there. Okay.
Ugh.
Alice, you want to give it a try just to see?
I've got 0 in Tinker. So what is it? Tech?
Yeah.
Plus
Yes.
5 dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can get 2 successes, you guys have an extra time anchor.
Good gracious.
Because each time anchor can encompass 2 people.
Yeah.
2 people.
2 3s, 2 2s, and a 1.
It's
Well,
not meant to be.
Not meant to be.
after several minutes of trying, you can see Kim Johnson says, in retrospect, using the bulb from the microwave was a terrible idea. We no longer have the parts that we need to do this. Yeah. So, you guys, in lieu of having enough time anchors to conveniently bring people through, you're going to have to roll move checks to stay close enough to Kim to try and pass through these bubbles without getting separated or torn apart.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
That's 5 dice for me. So let me pull aside 5. Okay.
3 dice for me.
Yeah, roll move checks for everyone.
All right, here's my first go. Hey, there's a 6.
Okay.
I got 2 6s.
Sweet.
6s. And Duffy got 1. 0.
0.
Do you want to use one of your lead dice pool?
Sure. Let's roll one more die.
Alice's extra success can cover you. I'll say that.
Okay.
We can save your dice pool.
He says, yeah, you start to like drift back, and Alice reaches out with a hand.
I'll reach out and grab him.
Okay. So you are now at 4 successes total in this whole deal, out of 9. And Kim starts leading you through time bubbles. The first one you climb through lands you on a gravel road just outside a local recycling center. You can see the gate is closed. There's a thick chain, a lock. There's a high fence extending around the courtyard. It's full of wrecked cars. You can see dogs and cats and other small animals in the evening light. And they suddenly become aggressive towards you. Yeah.
Yeah, lady, where do we need to go next? Can we
We
figure
have-
this
So
out?
Let's
the way
get
you
out of
have,
here.
the way you
How
have
close are these animals to us?
to, they are, let's say 30 yards.
I'd rather get bit by a
Right.
dog than just mangled by a cat. They mess
Agreed.
you up.
Well, that
But I'd rather
depends.
avoid it all.
Yeah.
so
So
where's-
the way that you have to do this is you have to get to the other edge of the bubble and get out the other side. The unfortunate part is the bubbles are bigger on the inside, and they are on the outside. So you have to. I'm gonna need some kinds of checks for you guys to avoid these animal attacks.
Yeah, let's
and get to the
move.
other side.
Jeez.
Move. I will entertain anything you want to try to do. Move is the most obvious one.
That's what I've got the most in. Or force. But like, yeah, force. All right, move. Here it comes. Hey, that's 3 successes. Wow, there's those 6s we needed earlier.
Wow, 1 success.
Okay.
No success.
No success, but Lisa had 3. So just like before, I will count that for you.
I kind of like put my body between any oncoming animal, yeah, and protect Lisa in that moment, or Alice in that moment.
That is now 8 successes total on your 9. So, coming out of that one, you, sorry.
Why did the dogs and cats come after us? I mean, we're yeah.
Because it's
They've been kidnapped.
Oh, these are the ones that were Martinez.
Oh, Martine. Oh, he's the
They're
one. He's the one.
bad.
Oh, yeah. He's been pushing time bubbles. Poor.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, was there a cute kitten I can pick up and take home with me?
Yeah.
They're pretty unhappy.
So the next place that you end up going through the next bubble. Oh, geez, that's stupid.
No.
Yeah, the next place you end up, you find yourself locked in a cold room with concrete walls, small steel door, and a large mirror.
Okay.
You were all 3 of you, in this room 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 25 years ago?
Yeah.
There's a fluorescent lamp casting a blue cold light over some simple cots in the middle of the room, filled with unconscious children dressed in pajamas. You will recognize these as the bodies you were in the previous adventure in 1969.
We
Give
can't.
what's her name just a really stern look. And then
she's not in here.
Oh,
well, the old Kim who's with you is in here.
Yeah, that's
the
what
young
that's
Kim who was doing this shit is not.
No,
here.
no, I'm old Kim. I'm like I give her I look at the kids, look at her, and let's get moving.
Yeah, we can't do anything now to help these kids. We'll create a paradox.
This has already happened. We just need to. Is the door locked?
Yeah, it is locked from the inside. It is locked from the outside. So these kids.
I'm gonna ask her if she's got a key.
I'm gonna
I remember where it is
and start messing.
Otherwise,
with
I've got a safety pin to unlock it. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, if you've got a safety pin, that'll probably work better.
And that's my iconic thing.
Oh,
go for it.
So I don't have a tinker, but can I give it to him?
Yes.
Does that give me any bonus dice?
Yeah. What does the iconic item usually give?
+2 bonus.
+2.
So I'll give, since she gave it to you, I'll give the +2 to you, Duffy.
Come on.
That's 9 dice, right?
8 dice.
8. Okay.
Because I've got one condition. I am frustrated.
That's right. Your condition.
I'm kind of pissed off right now.
Yeah.
But I'm starting with a lot of. Oh wow. 2 successes.
You pop open the door and find yourself standing face to face with the other wall of this time bubble.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey.
Bloop.
You do this a few more times, popping in and out of different time frames. You always manage to find a way across. Kim is getting more and more frantic. It's taking too long. You know, if you guys were just walking there, you'd be there by now. But eventually, you do get to a central control room where she is able to access a terminal that should be able to shut off the power, but it doesn't work. She can't shut it off. The chronograph is reprogrammed what this terminal is capable of.
Kim, where can we manually shut the power off?
The only way is to destroy the tower there. And so there is this big tall tower in the middle of this room that is bringing power in from the loop.
Mm-hmm.
And how do we do that without?
You wouldn't have any crowbars or firefighter axes handy.
Dick of dynamite in my bag.
She rolls her eyes, reaches into her bag, and pulls out a weird little jar.
Oh, I was not expecting that. What is that? Some hydrochloric acid?
It's a bomb.
Oh, I was kidding. I don't have dynamite. I'm certainly glad you do.
I've been trying to do this for almost a full day. I thought a bomb might come in handy partway through that. Yeah, she's made a bomb out of chemicals from around the place here. She's gonna yell at you guys to get back in the hallway and throw this bomb at the tower here and destroy it. It breaks, it shuts down. There's all the noises, from old movies of machines turning off, like and
clunk, clunk, clunk.
But the time bubbles go crazy when she does that. You guys have met your 9 successes, so you are going to... You're not going to have to roll anything additional to avoid the time bubbles. You are going to be okay. However, Kim Johnson...
I'm definitely going to get that helmet on and then grab these 2.
Yeah, that anchor. I assumed that this went without saying. You were wearing the helmet the whole time. Yeah. Otherwise, this would have been way harder. But you all see as Kim Johnson is struck by several of these time bubbles. but her anchor keeps her safe until she reaches back, flips it around, and says, "I guess it's time. I have no choice." And she adjusts some dials on the time anchor and then turns it off. And all of a sudden, her whole personality and demeanor changes. And she looks around and says, What are you guys doing here? What is this?
Oh, piss.
Where am I?
You're
Lisa?
in the year 1994.
Yeah.
What?
So does she look a lot younger or something?
She looks the same.
Yeah,
But she's
but
acting different.
the person who was her just cut and run.
So, when you start to speak with this new Kim Johnson, what you realize is you're speaking with the mind of the young Martin Hernandez.
Oh,
In 1969, he went insane. What actually happened was the mind of the old Kim Johnson swapped places with the mind of the young Martin Hernandez so that she could go back in time and try to stop herself. And that
okay.
is what all of this has been about.
Okay.
Young Kim Johnson trying to make a time machine and old Kim Johnson trying to stop it. And
Okay.
Martin Hernandez was never anything more than a vehicle for her. That's what you figure out by
No,
talking with her
that
here.
was the extra step.
Yeah.
Because I remember old Martin Hernandez
Yeah.
referring to Kim Johnson as like an I.
Yeah. That happened. So, in fact, you were dealing with Kim Johnson the whole time, except
Well, there was
for
like-
young Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was the camp counselor.
Yeah. And
Wow.
Somehow the old version of Martin, who still had Kim Johnson's mind in him in 1994, also ended up going back to 1969. Today.
Would that have been 89?
No, he met you when you were in the past.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
He met us.
I'm getting all my times mixed up.
Yeah, I
So
was
many
gonna say.
times, you guys. It's called Out of Time. This is a really convoluted story, as you can see. It really warrants longer sessions than we've given it, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. But you guys find yourselves in a series of tunnels near the gravitron, which has been shut down. The time bubbles gradually disappear, and you are soon met by concerned security personnel who have returned. It is not long after this, over the course of the next few months, that things begin to change in Boulder City. Something has gone wrong at the loop in a way that it never has before. And this continues happening. It seems that something has broken containment. The loop isn't reliable anymore. Some kind of weird flood happens. Whole sections of the town are evacuated and shut down. The age of the loop is over, and we enter the age of things from the flood. Alice, what do you think you say to your mom when she asks why you were there in these tunnels?
Oh, she knows about that?
Yes, you've been picked up by the security.
Oh. Time bubbles. I don't know.
You know what? This town has been too crazy for too long. I don't like what it's doing to you. This whole loop situation. Some people at the church have been talking about getting together and starting like a political action committee to get this loop shut down. And I think that we're gonna do it because you say the words time bubbles to me, and I don't know what that is, but I believe it because I live here. We're gonna shut this thing down, and if they don't shut it down, we're moving.
Okay. You do you, Mom.
Okay. Now, here's something else that I want to communicate to you, Alice. Are you listening to me?
Yes, Mom.
Everybody in town saw weird stuff over the past couple of days. Only you and your friends were caught in tunnels under the lake in a secret science lab. Keep out of other people's business, Alice.
She wants to say something, but she's not sure if she should. She's kind of at that...
You have lost the chance because, as
She's
is
not
the
gonna
nature
say
of adults in this world, she doesn't listen. She leaves. Lisa, after you have gotten in trouble with the law, which you didn't, but as far as your parents are concerned, you did. After you've gotten in trouble with the law yet again, you've been caught up in some sort of secret science bullcrap that brings real government types down on you. Your parents actually send you out of town to go live with your grandparents, which I imagine takes for a few months because you're legally an adult now.
I give him the old, it's not my fault.
Your mom actually believes you as soon as you start talking about the Men in Black, the Dart agents, but your dad doesn't hear a word of it.
We did what we had to. I'm not going to apologize for saving the planet.
Saving the planet, Lisa. Do you even hear yourself? Am I supposed to believe that because you saw it on TV?
You don't have to believe me. I know what I did. I know what me and my friends did.
But you can think about your decisions somewhere else because we're done with you.
All right, sending me to Grammy on Grandpa's, huh? Well, that'll be fun for a while.
Grandpa smokes weed with you. You're fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun for a while. I'll call up my friend Donna, go out to see her eventually. But yeah.
Yeah, you probably meet Donna. Duffy, you go home and it's actually not your dad or your mom that comes to pick you up. It's Uncle Jerry.
Yep.
So, time bubbles, huh?
Man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm still processing this shit. And it was kind of crazy. I don't even know why they called them time bubbles, because they only just seem to displace us in space.
No, that's not true. You went back and saw all the kidnapped animals.
Excuse me.
No, and we saw the kids. Okay, yeah.
Also, you didn't actually go into the one in the church, but that old-timey time anchor, that was actually the 70s.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm still processing this, but I don't know how to tell mom and dad about it. Like, I mean, it was crazy, man.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
No?
No, I told your dad that it was my fault.
Man, it wasn't your fault.
Well, that's not really the point, is it? Besides, a lot of things were my fault. So, maybe this one can also be my fault.
Yeah, but you and Dad were getting along.
No, it's cool. It's totally fine. I just told him that I had brought you out there for a meeting I was having and we got separated, and that's that.
It's fucking crazy, man. This whole place is crazy. Is the power back up?
Yes, the power came back up shortly after you guys shut down the gravitron because that was what was drawing the power away.
I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy.
Duffy, I gotta ask you a weird question. I didn't really ever ask this, but now there are time bubbles. Did you swap places with me in 1969?
Do you want an answer to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've lived most of my life wanting an answer to that.
Yeah, that was me.
Holy shit.
I mean,
I would say you should have told me, but you weren't technically born yet.
I mean, I can tell you that nothing happened between you and Donna.
I'm
Despite,
very
like,
aware of that.
Everyone was saying.
No, I know, because I tried to make something happen with me and Donna later on, and that's not how that works with her.
Yeah, that was a wild summer.
Yeah. Well, I guess everything's okay now.
Like some definition of the word.
Well, there's no more time bubbles, and everybody's in the correct body.
I hope, man. I don't know what else. Like this whole place is kind of crazy. If you have never noticed it,
I've noticed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end there. Of course, not everyone's in the correct body. Poor Martine Hernandez is now a very old woman.
Oh no!
But, yeah, permanently. But other than that, everyone's in the correct body. Yeah, so that's it for tonight. You guys did remarkably well with some of those rolls at the end there. You got right through that challenge.
I would beg to differ on that, but
I said some.
They
came just a little too late. Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. Just like, what was that, like 20 dice with,
and all of them were under 4.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
No, my second roll I got like 2 5s or something.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh, that was nuts.
Mia, Vieja Escuela next week, and Cindy's joining us. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Great. So I'm gonna have to change the layout, but
we're going after. Yeah, we're going after. The bad lady.
That's right. Except I'm not with the other two because I put out a man who was on fire.
Yeah, we'll resolve that. That's
right. We'll have to figure out where I fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kick a character out, and it might weave you right in where Apollo is. Maybe
that would be nice. Otherwise, I'm alone. All right. So once again, for our viewers, there's no stream this Friday. I'm going to be working on a short film set. But then on Monday, we'll be back with that, with Vieja Escuela. And next Friday, Cities Without Number. So thank you, everyone, for playing this. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, all. Thanks for joining.